How did you remember who you are?
It all started because I grew up with anger issues.
Yeah.
Dad being absent in my life.
Yeah.
And I grew up with a lot of anger, a lot of hurt. I've always been the big brother to my siblings.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've carried a lot of weight growing up. But I didn't wake up to all of this until 2 years ago.
Wow. All right.
2 years ago, man, when I moved to Arizona.
All right.
When I moved to Arizona, a whole new world just opened up to me. I can be on my own. And, one time I was like, to be able to heal, first of all, I got to forgive my father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then I just, I went to Sedona.
Hell yeah.
I went to Sedona. I hiked up the Devil's Bridge.
Nice.
Barefooted.
Oh, there you go.
And I was feeling it all, man. The rocks on my feet. My feet were sore for almost 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But that experience, I didn't feel the pain while hiking. So I just was like, I hiked all the way to the top of the mountain. And I had to walk all the way back barefooted again. You know what I mean? So if you go on top of the mountain, you got to know that you're going to come back down.
Yeah. They never show the guys that walk up Mount Everest coming down.
back.
Right. They never show, but
They all
you
do.
got to come down. And
Like, hey, take a picture. Like, dude, we got to get down.
but dude, we got to get up of this mountain, dude. So the journey going up is hard, but the journey going back is the same thing, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you gotta go back, man.
Yeah.
And so I woke up to that. After going on a trip, on a hike, I came back home with a different perspective, man. And I got a phone call from my father, 2 years ago. And I'll usually look at that call. Should I pick it up? Should I not? Because I just grew up without him around.
Yeah.
And I kind of went through this experience without him around. But he called, and I was like, okay, picking up this call, I am going to calm down, listen to him, listen to his point of view, listen to what he's going through as a human being, and I'm going to forgive him. While the phone was ringing, that's what was going through my head, and I finally answered, put the phone on my ear, and I just calm my mind, calm my heart, forget everything that happened in the past. And I was like, I'm going to be in this moment right now, giving my ear. And then he just started talking, and I heard him, and because he always goes back, because he regrets it, man. As a human being, you go through this, and you got to be able to forgive yourself as well.
Forgive yourself is a big thing.
The big thing.
Yeah.
And so he's like, Jeff, you guys got to forgive me. He really wanted that forgiveness.
Pleading,
and he got close to God. He said, I gonna be done, but I was like, Pops, I forgave you a long time ago. I forgave you. It hurt. But I forgave you. But what I want you to forgive yourself and let it go. And he has I have a half brother in Rwanda now that I haven't met yet.
Okay.
He told me about him, and he named him after me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
That's really powerful.
Yeah.
He named him after me, man, and I was his first son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's an honor.
That is an honor.
It's an honor. It's an honor, and now, I look at it, and I have to look like, I gave him this. I said on that phone call, I was like, hey, Dad, forgive yourself. And Jeff, the little brother Jeff, I want you to be the best father for him and be there for him as much as possible. And when he grows up, I want him to say, I had a great father.
Yeah.
And with that will spark up our relationship even better.
Oh yeah.
Because you just forgave yourself and you became better.
Yeah.
For you, and you became a better father. And that'll really bring us together. So I just gave him that. I was like, it'll make me happy if you forgive yourself and you become the best father for little Jeff.
Wow, that's a great gift.
That's
that
a
you gave
gift.
your dad.
And now after 2 years, he called the other day.
All right.
And we had a conversation. And I can tell a sense of growth in him.
Yeah.
He's like, Jeff, I forgave myself. I asked God for forgiveness. Now, it's about time to move forward, start new, and so I was like, all right, it sounds like he's in a better place mentally. He's with, he knows who he is now, and, it's a great process, that went through it, but, we don't speak for, how you're supposed to speak to your parent, like, at least every week or
that's just the obligation aspect of it. But it happens when it happens.
It happens when it happens.
So where is your father now? Is he in Rwanda or?
My father's in Rwanda now.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I was going to Rwanda, but obviously the universe is like, Jeff, not yet.
You got some business here.
You got some business here. You got something to take care of. So, handle this first, and then when you're ready, you'll be ready.
Oh, there you go.
Do you want to talk a little bit about what you're working on?
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
So I have I'm a health coach.
Yep.
And I coach people to connect. I coach people more on connecting with their mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah. If you don't have that basis, everything else is just.
The rest is all details.
The rest is all details.
But the details don't even come together if you don't have that basis.
That's it. You need that core foundation, and you're teaching them that foundation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that consistency. Consistency is the key. Because we can always try.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We can always try, but if it feels good, it gets harder too. It gets harder. It gets harder financially. It gets harder physically. It gets harder mentally. But when you finally reaching to the point of like, oh, I'm getting tired, I'm not having enough or money to invest in myself, that's when you actually know that you're about to move into the next phase. But most people give out. Mm-hmm. Most people quit on that first phase.
Yeah.
And
that's where the sweet spot is.
That's where the sweet spot is. But if you can overcome that, boom.
Yeah.
When you can overcome that first phase, you become a whole different person on the second one. Yeah. And that's what I try to teach in my trainings. That's what I try to really bring in to people. But man, what I'm working on right now, my heart is with the young kids, with the young athletes.
There you go.
I connect. The reason why I even do what I do is because I connected with that 9-year-old shepherd kid that was in the jungle.
Yell at them. I used to herd goats. Now get out there.
Seriously, right?
I had to fight off leopards. Now get out there and run.
Get out there is right. But that's true. And you'll never, ever lose that 9-year-old boy.
I'll never lose that 9-year-old. So when I see these kids, man, and I'm like, you have no idea how much potential you got.
Yeah. That's what a great coach does.
Woo.
Is hold the mirror up to the child and shows the potential.
Exactly. Yeah. And if I can be that child, I can go back and connect to that kid.
Yeah.
And I can see improvements with these kids.
Yeah.
We can do it too.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We can connect to our younger self and just become fully like a kid again and feel that energy again. Remember when you were 9 years old, what were you doing at 9 years old? If you can be able to channel what you were doing at 9 years old, you were having the greatest time of your life.
Yeah.
You were experiencing these things, you were having so much fun. Not a lot around.
And for you to say that at 9 years old and knowing the background of you being a refugee camp says a lot.
Absolutely.
Because when you look at that from an empirical understanding of how we live, I mean, that's not something anyone would wish on.
Exactly.
But yet you were what it was is you were present. You weren't thinking too far into the future because you're 9 years old. That's the sweet spot, and that's where like in the understanding of become childlike, not childish, but when we go back to a childlike state. Don't worry about the future because it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
It's always have here, and
it doesn't exist just yet.
Yeah.
You know, but